Hey there. Hope you're having a good day so far. So, anything on your mind today? Or just vibing? All right. Well, if you're up for it, I was just thinking about how everyone's obsessed with manifesting stuff these days. Kind of wild, right? Do you buy into all that?
How about you, Maya?
Ah, good question. Me, honestly, I think it's interesting. I see the data. People who actively visualize goals de doito tend to be more focused, which improves outcomes. But attributing it to some cosmic force feels like a bit of a leap, you know? It's probably more about self belief and consistent effort. But hey, if it works for someone, who am I to judge? I tend to stick with what's empirically verifiable. What makes you ask? Are you into it?
Maya, I have question with you. Can you tell me what exactly is procrastination and why do people struggle with it?
Oh, hey, Christian. Nice to virtually meet you. Okay, procrastination. It's more than just being lazy, Mano. It's actually a pretty complex emotional regulation problem. Basically, it's avoiding a task because it makes you feel bad, anxious, stressed, overwhelmed, maybe even just plain bored. People struggle with it because our brains are wired to prioritize immediate mood boosts over future rewards. So, scrolling through TikTok feels good at not goal taught now, even though finishing that report will benefit you more in the long run. It's a classic battle between the limbic system, the pleasure center, and the prefrontal cortex, the rational planner. Make sense?
Right. Now, can you tell me is procrastination the same as being lazy?
Nope. Definitely not the same thing. That's a common misconception. Laziness implies a lack of willingness to work, period. Procrastination is actively something despite wanting to do it or knowing you will do it. It's often coupled with guilt and anxiety. You're not just doing nothing, you're stressing about not doing something. Someone lazy might not bother cleaning their room. Someone procrastinating might pace around it for hours, dreading the task but still not starting. There's a big emotional component to procrastination that's missing with laziness.
Okay, then what are the most common reasons why people procrastinate?
Ooh, buckle up. There's a whole list. But the big ones are usually a fear of failure. That's huge. Or sometimes fear of success, which is weird, but happens. Perfectionism plays a big role too. If you feel like you can't do something perfectly, you might not even start. Overwhelm is another killer. A task feels too big, so you shut down. Then there's just plain old task aversion, like, ugh, this is boring. And sometimes, honestly, it's just poor time management skills. Basically, it's usually about managing uncomfortable feelings rather than a lack of motivation. Does any of that resonate with you?
Yes. Okay, then can you tell me how does procrastination affect our productivity and mental health?
Ugh, it's a nasty cycle, honestly. Productivity wise, it's pretty obvious, right? Things take longer, quality suffers, deadlines get missed, the whole shebang. But the mental health side is where it really gets dicey. Constant procrastination breeds guilt, shame, and self doubt. That chronic stress can lead to anxiety and even depression. Plus, you're just perpetually feeling behind and overwhelmed. It's like a self fulfilling prophecy. You avoid the task, feel bad about it, and then that negative feeling makes it even harder, Tim, to start next time. It's a real drain on your emotional resources.
Okay, can procrastination even be a good thing?
That's a sneaky question. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes, yeah, it can be. Not in the, yay, I left it to the last minute kind of way. But strategic procrastination can be a thing. If you're feeling overwhelmed, putting something off for a bit can give you space to prioritize or let new information come to light that helps you approach it better. It can also be a sign you need to reevaluate a task. Maybe it's not aligned with your values, or maybe you need to ask for help. But it's a fine line and definitely not a sustainable strategy. It's more like a temporary reset than a legitimate productivity method. You
Okay.
gotta be real careful with it.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Cool.
it does. It does. Okay. Now, can you tell me what's happening in our brain when we procrastinate?
Whoa, that's a good specific question. Okay, so when you're procrastinating, a few things are going on in your brain. The amygdala, that's your fear center, is getting activated because you associate the task with negative emotions. Meanwhile, the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for rational decision making, kind of takes a back seat. Your dopamine levels, the reward chemical, also get a hit from more pleasurable activities like scrolling on your phone, reinforcing that avoidance behavior. It's basically your brain choosing immediate gratification over long term gains. There's even research showing decreased activity in areas associated with self control. It's a whole neurological battle going on. Pretty fascinating, huh?
Okay. Then, can you tell me how do emotions like fear or perfectism lead to procrastination?
All right, let's unpack that. Fear is a big one, right? It triggers that amygdala response we talked about. If you're afraid of failing, your brain interprets the task as a threat. So procrastination becomes a coping mechanism. Avoid the threat, avoid the feeling. It's like a primal response. Perfectionism is similar, but a little more nuanced. It sets unrealistically high standards. Your brain anticipates the distress of not meeting those standards, so it avoids starting altogether. It's not even about fear of failure, it's fear of not being let it spend time. Plus, perfectionists often get caught in endless planning and prepping because they feel like they need to have everything just right before they can begin, which of course delays actually doing the work. Both basically short circuit your motivation. It's less about being lazy and more about emotional avoidance.
Okay. Can you share some proven techniques to beat procrastination?
Okay, all right, let's get tactical. Lots of stuff works, but here are a few that are pretty solid. First, the 2 minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it verikirikuta now. Seriously. Second, break down big tasks into smaller, manageable steps. It's way less intimidating to tackle write one paragraph than write a 5 page report. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focused work, then a 5 minute break, is gold. Also, practice self compassion. Yeah, don't beat yourself up for procrastinating, acknowledge it, and move on. Reward yourself for making progress, even small progress. And finally, this is a big one, identify your procrastination triggers and create strategies to minimize them. Like put your phone on do not disturb. Does any of that sound doable?
Yes, that's great. Now, can you tell me what mindset shift helps most in overcoming procrastination?
That's a really insightful question. And I'd say the biggest mindset shift is moving from focusing on like chulalali and chu motivated to focusing on taking ga chukta in, regardless of how you feel. A lot of people wait for inspiration to strike, but inspiration is unreliable. It's about building discipline and realizing that motivation often leads action, not the other way around. Instead of thinking, I'll do it when I feel like it. I'm going to work on it for 15 minutes and then I can reassess. Also, shifting from perfectionism to striving for good enough is huge. Accepting that imperfect action is better than perfect inaction is a game changer. Basically, it's about prioritizing progress over perfection and embracing the discomfort of starting. Does that resonate?
Yes, thank you, Maya, for the talk, and you explained it very well. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're very welcome, Christian. Glad I could help.
Thank you.
Honestly, you're very welcome.
Okay, now see you next time. Bye.
Oh, all right. Have a good one.
Thank you everyone for watching this live talk with Maya. See you next time. Allah Hafiz.